Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So wanted to do a little update. It's been a while since I shot a video, and I was obviously getting the man birth control, so surgery went well. Thanks everyone for the well wishes, and now I'm just squeezing an ice pack between my legs trying to get through the weekend. So obviously our Masami showed up here, and obviously already have a body painted, ready to go. And we're going to start getting that thing assembled probably tomorrow. We'll see. I'm begging my wife to try to get me a hall pass for Saturday. And since I had surgery yesterday, I feel like 48 hours is kind of like enough. We'll see. She thinks I'm well enough to go check out a new Range Rover at 10 o'clock, but not well enough to go play near toy cars at 3 o'clock. I don't know how that works. She's Colombian. Maybe it's the time change, the cultural difference, living on the southern hemisphere versus the northern hemisphere. That I really don't know. But what I do know is we got pretty much everything else in our fleet completed. The only thing I'm waiting for I think everything over there is completed. I'm probably gonna sell the Kinwald. Double XT is done except for the motor. Losey Double X Buggy's done. Nothing really on that. I did buy some new gear covers from Bulky Reproductions. They're great. And I've started amassing some parts, spare parts for both those cars. I've just been finding like spindles, carriers, all, steering blocks, all that stuff. I've been finding on eBay like new in package for anywhere from $10 to $15. So I've been buying a bunch of spare parts for those. Obviously bought a few new organizers to organize all of our parts. Fan graphite is ready to go. Nothing's done. Nothing really needs to be done with that. B3, I'm going to do the Octalock conversion on that, so I ordered parts for that. Tamiya is all good to go. RC10T is all good to go. I may order the front arms to match the back. I know. But what I'm really trying to debate is what to take to the October race. Down there, I see J Concepts came out with some Carver fronts and some step pin rears that might be the ticket down there. Obviously, since J Concepts is a huge supporter of the vintage industry, we're going to run J Concepts. But I guess the one thing is, I know I'm running the 870C in the four-wheel drive class because that goes up to 88, and then the next step is 89 to 93. So like a 91 works. Like I said, I think it'd be a disadvantage if people show up with a 93 or something. But for two-wheel drive, I'm still trying to figure out what to take. Right, I was originally planning to take my fan graphite. But then with the Masami out, do we get this thing together? But I feel like there'll be a ton of these down there for whatever reason. The other thing is the Fan Worlds Edition. Since the Masami just came out, I'm sure the Masami qualifies for two-wheel drive from, 87 to 91 is a class. But I don't know. And I would think the Worlds would too. So I'm kind of waiting to see if these get added to the list and the list gets updated. Because that's what would probably be my preference to take, is to take either this Masami kind of all tricked out, see what we can do, Octalock conversion, all that. We're not going to do big bores. We're not going to go that far because the track, I don't think it's going to require anything. I don't think big bores is going to be a big advantage because it's a copy of the 85 Worlds track, which I don't know. I mean, I maybe get it if you think this is going to continue on for a couple of years, right? You do the 85 track, you do the Romsey track, 87, 89 St. Ives, Detroit 91, Ballaston 93, Yadaba 95, Ranch Pit Stop 97, whatever, I get it. I thought it would have been cooler to have either the 89 or what I really wanted was the 91 Detroit track. I thought the 91 Detroit track would have been awesome. Just with some of the technical parts of that where the 85 track doesn't really look that technical, but I mean, maybe they made it easy because of its old parts. We'll see. So let me know what you think down below, what we should take. Like I said, we're kind of locked into those classes. So, something that doesn't fall within those classes, I'm not obviously interested in, but we are locked into our Yokomo 870C running in the four-wheel drive class, and then the two-wheel drive. Like I said, the Double X Buggy's too new to fit in that class, but the Fan Graphite does work in that class, and that's what I was going to take. But it might be cool to run the long arm fan graphite or the Masami. So let me know what you think below we should take to the October race down in Las Vegas. And I'm hearing all these wild rumors that Las Vegas is crazy expensive now. Pina coladas cost $30 by the pool, all that good stuff. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that we don't run into that. But hotels are cheap, food's expensive, we'll see. So again, I want to do a quick video out. Thanks for all the well wishes of my followers. And we're going to have some new stuff coming soon. So we'll do the B3, the Octolite conversion or B3. I'll do a video on that. Everything else is cleaned up. I'm going to try to get a hall pass for tomorrow night and beg my wife we'll see. If she comes home with a Range Rover, I know I'm getting out of here with some RC cars and going nerd toy racing. So we'll see. Or maybe even some practice on Sunday. But I'm feeling great, so I don't know why I should be at home here. But even if I am at home, probably knock out the Masami this weekend. Get this thing together. At least get it to a roller and start thinking about what we want to do. I actually bought like the Yokomo wing wire in the back because I bought a ton of those for everything else, and it puts the wing exactly where I want it on kind of an old school car. So we will look at that. Obviously, I'm going to put an Avid wing on this, and we're going to make this thing race ready. I'm probably going to put a different motor plate on it. I'll probably put the J Concepts honeycomb plate. Or I have something from someone else, or RC10T motor plate that's cut down. I may put on there. We'll see. And then I have the black bottom guard, motor guard that I think is the same as a graphite. So I may put one of those on there and just kind of black this thing out. I am going to get different ball cups, so I do have to order those from Fan. Get those coming, so I'll probably be putting an order with Hobby Action to get some of those parts coming. I was just looking at their website, but my eBay store was clicking, so I had to get a few things packaged up and out the door. But yeah, that's where we're at. So we'll open up the Masami probably tomorrow. I'll sit in an ice pack and maybe knock this thing out pretty quick and see what we can do to kind of upgrade this thing and what upgrades may be out there that can cross over from either a fan graphite or a regular RC10, Kinwald, what have you. And because I do like the shocks on the Kinwald. I like the coating for whatever reason. I don't know. But hell, we'll run these. I don't care. And like I said, we'll go down to Las Vegas and have some fun. I'm not too keen on the track layout. Like I said, I was hoping that they would do an 89 or 91 Worlds replica and not 85, because I don't know. I mean, I'm just turned 48 and I could care less about the 85. Plus, there's not like a lot of videos on that track. If you look on YouTube, there's a whole montage on the 89 Worlds, 91 Worlds in Detroit, all that. So you can see all these guys going around. Plus, I think it'd be cool, and I don't know if they'll post lap times from 1985 to see like where you land now or where you could have been if you got in your 81 DeLorean and went back. But we'll see. So we're going to continue on. Like I said, the next big build is this, and then after this will be the Fan Worlds. We'll get that in. We're getting some electronics finished up in the other cars. We're going to continue to upgrade our RC10T, so I'm probably just going to go to 3/16 axles, get rid of the MIPS. MIP, I know. Go with a different rear hub, and then replace the front arms with black front arms that are the RPM reproductions that Fan's doing to see how well those work. And then I'll have a little bit of spares then if I spare those out. So double XT ready to go. Everything else is ready to go. Well, like I said, the Kinwald, I don't know. I built it. I don't really even care to run it because I feel it's going to be the same as every other RC10 I ran. So I'm not too keen on that. So we may just ditch the Kinwald, free up some funds, and do something else with that. Unless you guys want to see the Kinwald, let me know below. I don't know if that will qualify for the, 87 to 91 two-wheel drive category to run the Kinwald, but I think that will be in the next category, the 92 to 95 or whatever it is. I'll have to look to make sure, but I'm going to look through there and see what we can come up with. But I really want to start concentrating on getting cars ready for that race. And like I said, my Yokomo is ready to go. I am going to take it tomorrow for a shakedown and get it in one of the 17.5 classes and run it around, and then put I don't know. I know the limit's like 10.5 or whatever, but I'm probably just going to grab a Reedy 13.5. I may take that like out of my truck. And then for the two-wheel drive, I know 13.5 is the limit, but we may do a 17.5. I don't know. I mean, that track's pretty like flat and big, so maybe maybe their motor limits will be fine and not cause much havoc since there's not as big of jumps and everything. But we'll see. We'll just take an array of motors down there and just swap them out if needed. So I'll take a 13.5, a 10.5, a 17.5, and between those three motors, I should be able to get something to my liking there too. Maybe use a little bit lower power motor for a little bit of traction control. We'll see how loose and loamy that dirt is and how much power it can handle as well. So again, like, comment, subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next one.